part of the Texas Media Network. Any and all things Texas. And yeah, man, let's talk about it. Let's get right into it. It was tough. It was a tough loss. Quite dominant performance. And we didn't start off good. We got Champagne going early. That was a good sign. But our leader, our big dog, he just was rendered ineffective for the most part. Mitch Johnson said he needs to take more shots. He took 15 shots. We'll look at the stat line in just a second. But I've seen a lot of criticism about Wemby. And this is going to be, he's still young. Let's just get that out the way. We're not going to make excuses. Still young. First time deep in the playoffs. First time in the playoffs, let alone this deep. And we're going to see what he's really made of in this next game. What kind of adjustments are made. Nonetheless, man, you have to expect each game, like I previously mentioned, coaches are going to make their adjustments as necessary. And that's what was done. They were in their home. Their crowd was hot. Their leader got going. Boy with the long name, SGA. He did his thing. He put on an MVP performance. Didn't do a whole lot of flopping, so got to give credit where credit's due. And Wemby, we need him to be a little bit more aggressive. And they had a good game plan for him, but great players find a way. He's got to just find a way. That's what we expect him to do. That's what I expect him to do. And like I said, man, in every series, in every playoff run, there's always going to be like a wild card, so to speak, player. And that wild card player for them is Caruso, man. And he was like that. He was kind of like that when he was with the Lakers. And that's just his role, his lot in this league is to just be a disruptor, be a nuisance. And that's what he was, man. And I just, as much as I hate to see it, man, I just got to call it like I see it. Caruso is a nuisance, man. And when he's doing his thing, it's hard to beat them. When we keep him nullified, and of course, SGA, if we can neutralize him as much as possible, that makes all the difference. Their bench, when their benches, this goes for any team in any winning scenario. You need your bench to step up, and that's what they've done. And our bench is not that deep, man. We're not, and we back to the turnovers. Castle back to the turnovers. We'll look at the stats in a second. But I wanted to play this clip real quick from Tracy McGrady. Now, he was critical of Wemby, and my only thing is, I'm gonna just say this. No, I'm just a guy with an opinion. I didn't make it to the NBA. Yeah, I didn't make it past JV basketball, so far be it for me to be critical. However, these are NBA pundits, Carmelo, Vince, T-Mac. I got a slight issue with them commenting on the playoffs when neither one of these boys, except Melo. Melo's the only one who made a deep playoff run. Vince made it to the second round. T-Mac, did T-Mac even make the playoffs? Did T-Mac even make it out of the first round? That's my only critical observation when it comes to T-Mac sounding off on. I just got to let y'all listen to this because he's very critical. And I know that's his job, but I have a hard time listening to T-Mac sound off about Wemby's struggles when my guy, you never made it the first round. Let's just play this.
We talk about how amazing Wemby is on the basketball court on both ends. Well, we didn't see that tonight.
Yeah.
And it's very shocking because games 1 and 4, he was that. He was all of that. And when you coming into a game that what's at stake, I expected a legendary performance, a historical performance. And the first quarter, it just seems like he was tired. He was lethargic. He didn't have the energy that I possess or they possess that he should have and come out in a game 5 with. I don't know what it was, but Game 6 has to be a different Wemby. And we talked about last game of having more than 15 shots. Well, he had that in, the first half, right? Tonight, really? 15 shots only? 4 for 15? There should never be a time where he has 15 shots in this type of game. He has to dominate the paint. He has to live in the paint because that's where he collapses the shell. Just by starting down there, he's collapsing the shell, and it's opening things up for his teammates, and that didn't happen tonight.
All right, yeah, we're gonna let that marinate. But yeah, T-Mac had that to say. I thought a few other pundits had something to say about Wemby. Not to let him off the hook. A lot of things that was left to be desired, right? But overall, man, I expect Wemby's got that dog in him, man. I really expect him to come out. It's gonna go Game 7. I'm gonna stake it. It's gonna go Game 7, and we're gonna shock the world in OKC. I'm calling it. We're gonna shock the world Game 7. We're gonna win this next game back home. We're gonna shock the world Game 7. I'm calling it. Stamp it right now. And that's really all I gotta say, man. I'm not gonna break down this game. Nothing to break down, man. They did their thing. They take care of home, as you should. We got some adjustments to make. Mitch. Now, one thing I can say about T-Mac was he was correct on is we got to get Wemby in the paint more. We can't. It was points where he was actually handling the ball like he was running point, and nah, man, we not finna do that, dog. Honestly, I feel best when either Harper or Fox are really kind of dictating the offense. I'm just not strong on my boy Castle, and Castle is my favorite Spur. I stamp it. Like every year or every few seasons, I adopt a player as mine. Usually a player that nobody really sees coming. Nobody really saw Steph Castle coming, except for me, and a few other people. Man, I ain't gonna put on it, but Castle's my guy, but I don't like him running point. He's off the ball. Anyway, I'm not gonna give my JV basketball assessment of this team. Everybody knows better than I do. I'm just a guy with an opinion that's been watching basketball for almost 40 years. But anyway, Game 7 is coming up. Game 6, we got to get past Game 6, okay? Game 5 was abysmal. But we still showed some fight, man. We really did. It never was just fully out of there. I know it never was just fully out of reach until the end. So, yeah, man, I feel good. I think we got some work to do. We got some film to look at, some adjustments to make, but I feel good about coming back home. And I think we can push it to Game 7 and shock the world. And we'll see the Knicks in the finals. Peace and blessings.